Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the captain.
Once again, we stand here before you men with moustaches at Andertons.co.uk. And yes, I may look like I pranged my kite over the briny, ready to shoot down the Hun. And Lee looks a bit like he came out of the 80s.
I am.
In
I'm
Germany.
like that dude at the moment that's in the Southern Comfort advert getting his hair washed. Have you seen that one?
No.
He's like got his Southern Comfort and his bad glasses and he looks badass.
Like you do all day long here at Andertons. And we've got these incredible Gretsch
Electromatic centre block guitars.
Stuff-o-matic.
So Gretsch Electromatic is a kind of a Far Eastern replica of some of the sort of classic guitars that Gretsch produced throughout its history. And Electromatic's been fantastically popular because the pricing of these is very affordable. And the quality is excellent. So Gretsch, one of the things that I think has defined the Gretsch hollow body is the fact that it's completely hollow, unlike a Gibson 335.
Has it got a block in the middle?
A block.
Oh, it hasn't got a block?
These have.
Oh, they have got a block.
What defined, I think, the sort of that Gretsch tone, the classic sort of some of the big, like the white falcon tone, was that it's completely hollow. The problem, what's the problem with a completely hollow guitar?
Well, you sometimes get unwanted feedbackery.
You do. It feeds back like a BH, especially with high gain. So modern players would probably struggle to use a hollow body guitar. So Gretsch have released some what are called centre block versions. So these are, again, sort of relatively classic looking Gretsch guitars.
So they've gone, wait a minute, we made a guitar too effective. We're going to rein it back in with putting a block of wood in the middle.
Yeah. So it's still a sort of like a 5-ply laminate maple kind of body, back and sides and top.
And mine has a different tone to yours. Mine's...
That's because we're different human beings, and of course, you know, obviously if we tap differently, that's why. And we've still got kind of classic stuff like Bigsby Trems and the sort of Filtertron type pups.
Yeah.
But yes, these are now centre blocks. So these are, if you like, a sort of a gain-friendly Gretsch guitar.
You would be forgiven for thinking at first sight, A, it looks badass,
yes,
the kind of guitar Batman would play, but it's a little bit confusatory because you've got all 4 knobs and then a 5th knob and then 2 controls
then switches.
And then 3 pickups.
And on the back there's 63 different dip switches. No, there's no dip switches.
There aren't really. So, it took me and Lee a while to work out what it all did.
Yeah, so I have the 3 pickup one, which I believe is called the G5622T.
God, even the strap button looks like a knob.
Oh yeah, and if I loosen this off, Eric Johnson says it sounds different. Like that. If I tighten it up, it sounds completely different.
No, only one turn off.
Sorry, 1 turn. Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So basically, yeah, I have the 3 pickup version. Rob has a 2 pickup version. So in fact, Rob's is quicker and easier to explain.
2 volumes. This one does this one, this one does this one. 2 tones, this one does this one, this one does this one. A master volume, which is a great idea.
Genius.
And then a toggle switch for the 2 pickups or the in-between blend.
Yeah.
So let me talk you through the tones of this Gretsch Electromatic. So we'll start in the upward position of the toggle switch, which I believe, Lee,
really
is this pickup.
You'd be so correct.
I'm correct in assuming that particular thought pattern. And that's the volume knob for that pickup, and that's the tone knob. So here's that sound. Use the Bigsby.
May I just interject?
You may.
Because actually the 2 pickup one has 2 different pickups at the neck and the bridge.
G Super.
Yeah, the 3 pickup one is the same pickup. All three are the same. It's just the position on the guitar that changes the tone. And the neck pickup on Rob's guitar. These are called the high-low Fidelitrons, I think, or super high-low Fidelitrons. The bridge pickup on Rob's is a little hotter. It's called a black-face Fidelitron. So here's perhaps the bridge sound on that will probably be a bit meatier than the bridge sound on this one. Just letting you know.
I'll flick the switch down. Boom! And in the middle, and of course the master volume is really great because you just immediately grab to it and it's nice and knurled, so your little finger can touch it and affect it. It's good for...
Gretsch knobs have always been cool. They've always had the little G with the little arrow on them to just show you where you are. They're lovely guitars.
You've got to make sure you leave all the knobs fully on or it takes out a lot of the tone from the guitar though.
Right, okay. So the 3 pickup one, kind of cool. So I've got 2 basic sort of modes, if you like, that I can use this guitar in. This pickup, this switch here, sorry, is my traditional sort of, if you like, Les Paul toggle type switch. This one here, though, is an on-off switch for the middle pickup. So if I leave this off, which is the downward position, I've just got a regular neck and bridge, and bridge. So this is just my neck pickup. This is now the neck and the bridge. This is just the bridge, and remember mine is a slightly lower output bridge pickup than Rob's. Fierce,
that's pretty bright, yeah.
Now, this pickup here now switches in the middle pickup. Okay, so what I've now got is neck and middle, all 3, and middle and bridge. So it sounds like this. And of course, with the master volume, which I really like, I can kind of get any blend that I like, and just, you know, just a nice tone. Go bang everything down. So different to a Les Paul, where if you're on a blend setting with more than 1 pickup, you'd actually have 2 volume controls to try and turn down. This you only need 1, which is cool.
They might not look as if they are sporty, fast, quick shred guitars because they're not really designed visually for that type of situational genre. But I have to tell you, the necks are super quick.
They're nice.
The action is lightning low, and they feel really nice to play on. They've just got this great gauge that isn't too fat, isn't too thin.
12.5 inch radius.
And is it 25.6?
24.6.
24.6.
So it's marginally shorter scale length, so here to here, than a Les Paul would be. So again, great for all you guys that like to put some chunkier strings on there and it not feel too tight. Grover machine heads, as I said, licensed Bigsby trem.
Made in Korea.
Yeah, I mean, where we all agree that the best guitars from the Far East come from, with the exception of Japan, I guess. I don't know, I like it. Colour-wise, I think there are 3 colours in each model, but our super duper editor man will put those colours up on the screen now. But Rob has what's called Georgia green. And why Georgia, I don't know. Perhaps if you're from Georgia, you could say that's not the sort of green that we have here. I have a black one.
Reference to drugs.
Oh, possibly.
Well, one means Georgia green.
and then there's a red one, which I think also has a fancy name, but I can't remember what it is.
Oh.
So...
Well, there you go.
2, 3, 4... Yes!
Let's do the feedback challenge. Woo! The feedback challenge!
So what we're going to do is we're going to play a clean tone, and then we're going to kick in the drive channel on the Victory and a Spark, and I'm going to put my distortion pedal on as well. And you'll see that despite the fact that we're sitting right on top of the amplifiers in a very enclosed space, that the feedback's either not there at all or it's very controllable.
Yeah, okay, so here's clean.
Feedback there. No one wanted feedback anyway.
No, so I guess it works.
Yeah.
Adding a block of wood to the centre of the guitar.
Clearly does. So price-wise, there are actually 3 guitars in this new centre block range. The 2 that we've got are the kind of the traditional semi-acoustics. You know, I've got a double cut. Rob's got the single cut. There's actually one called a Pro Jet as well, which is more like a sort of an SG. In fact, if you've ever seen the guitar that Malcolm Young plays in AC/DC, it's kind of that sort of vibe. The sort of the double cut looking Les Paul, and they all sell for around about the $750 mark.
That's good.
So it's pretty
That's
cool.
really
isn't
good.
it?
Yeah, the first time I played Gretsch's was in LA.
Yeah, and
we were hanging out with our buddy Phil X and also
David Brass.
David Brass.
How you doing, David?
How you doing, Phil and Dave? And I tried all of David's Gretsch's on his house.
This isn't even a gag either. David spent all summer cataloguing his guitars for a beautiful new book that he was bringing out for guitars. And then had a burglary at the lockup, and 120 of his guitars got stolen.
Oh my!
So although he's covered insurance-wise, of course, the whole book's just been a waste of time. It's like all the guitars have been nicked. So there's loads of. In fact, if somebody offers you a vintage-looking guitar and you just want to double-check it's not one of David's stolen ones, do go to the Fretted Americana.
Rob Chapman.
No, don't do that. Go to the Fretted Americana website, and they're all listed
man.
what's been stolen. I know it's bad.
Wow, that's really bad.
Yeah, bad news.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can find them because I mean they're all unique.
They'll all be. Yeah, David will have them all catalogued, so they won't. If they come up for sale, it'll be pretty obvious.
That's really hardcore.
Yeah, harsh. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, hope you're all right, Dave. Should we just jam a
Let's jam. Okay, here's a nice jazz progression for you.
I need to grow a long moustache and get a beret. And for those of you thinking to yourself, well, at least learn some jazz chops. No, that was just the same blues riff that I play in every single
video. I just
video.
rewrote a jazz progression Rabia gave me to fit into blues.
I know.
It sounds nice though, doesn't it? I like that. It's all about the nines. And then the Jimi Hendrix chord. And then a major 7. And then a horrible chord.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
The only thing I did a bit different, and Rob can tell me what this means, but in a standard blues kind of, you know...
You played
notes
Dorian.
that I was chucking in was. So that's a new note, and that's a new note. So you can get that nice.
Well, if you think about the root,
yeah,
here's the root. What's the root, Lee? It's
E. E.
And what was that note? Choose one of those notes you added in.
The letter 4.
So, for example, let me teach people how they can do this. One of the notes you added in was that one.
Probably.
Play the 2 notes again.
Hang on a second. The ones that I added in was that one.
Yeah. So let's find that note on the E string. Right?
Yeah.
Now we know that the 12th fret is an E.
We do.
And we know that this note is a tone up from that.
Yeah.
In intervallics we call that a 2.
Yeah.
So you added a 2 into your blues.
Okay.
Now a 2 exists in all the
2.
diatonic modes. What was the other note you added in?
This one.
So let's find that on the E string.
Yeah.
So if you take your E
Yeah.
as being root and then count up to, here it is, watch this, we're going to go, so that would be major scale,
Yeah.
and you're there,
Yeah.
so let's count the major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back 1, so it's a minor 6,
Oh, okay.
5.5. So you added a minor 6 and a 2 into your scale. That could be
it'd be
alien.
a 4 then, wouldn't it? Minus 6 and a 2.
Yeah, Lee. It would be a 4. 4! Anyway, that was Guitar Theory with Rob and Lee. Gretsch! Suddenly I'm wearing a jumper, but you don't know why. And I don't,
it got cold.
mind. It got cold. I'm going to give this an 8.5 just because it comes with a little black rubbery tip.
I would deduct it, Marks, because how long is it going to take you to lose that?
That's why it's 8.5 and not 9. But I really enjoyed the function of the master volume and then the various volumes. The tones are fantastic.
Like the colour, like the pickups.
It's got a ping, comes with a free Gretsch hair.
A Gretsch hair?
And yeah, from the Gretsches that make it, the little goblin
Well, I didn't
creatures.
play that one, I played this one. So what's your mark on this one?
8.5.
8.5. I'm going to give this, just purely because it's got an extra pickup, 8.6. I'm a huge fan of all the Electromatic range. So if you quite like the idea of owning a Gretsch and haven't got a spare 2,000 or 3,000 quid lying around, look at Electromatic. One of the best guitars for under £1,000 that you can buy.
I've definitely been Rob Chappers.
And I never have a clue about theory.
We love Gretsch guitars and we bid you farewell.